So today we'll be going over some jump through variations. They're pretty advanced, so just go through the modifications, have fun, and just play with them. It's going to take a couple of times, a lot of trial and error before you actually get them down performance-wise. But that's why it's good to work on them as much as you can and just have fun and play with them and get to know them as well as you can. All right, so let's get started. So for this, we'll need to know a rhythmic throw. So what you want to do is have the hoop at your side, and you're just going to toss it up. Your wrist is leading up, so if you see how my wrist kind of goes up and flicks up, right? So up, and then you're just going to release the hoop. All right, so it's very important that you don't want the hoop to be flat for these jump throughs. You want it to be a little bit tilted. So this part that's in your hand is going to go up a little bit higher than this part. So you should throw it just like this and let it fall through as well. All right, so just practice that, taking it up, letting it come down and over, and grabbing it on top of the other hand. So this is what we're going to do for our basic rhythmic gymnastics throw. Or you can call it the RG throw or a saucer throw. So many different names for it, but it's just pretty much a one-handed throw that's going to be tilted. So you'll throw it up, and then as it comes down, you're going to catch it in front of you with the other hand. All right, so what that will look like is wrist going up, catch. You'll leave this other hand up there. Up, and catch. From the side as well. Up, and catch. Remember, when releasing it, you want your wrist to kind of flick up a little bit. There's a little bit of flick to it. But remember, keep that shoulder down and nice and healthy. So you don't want to take it all the way up by your ear. Press your shoulder down, nice and forward, center nice and strong, up and flick. And then just grab it with this opposite hand. So up, grab. Throwing it up, spotting it, we're going to look at that top part of the hoop. So make sure you go over the throws video that I posted because that will help out a lot. All right, so now after we have that throw down, wrist up, coming down, catching on top, right? Now what we're going to do is a basic cat step or a pas de shot. So what I want to do is take one foot and then the other. And now the hoop will just be here and I can go into anything else I want to go into. So we have throwing it up in our rhythmic throw, catching it, pas de shot, stepping out, right? So that's what you have for your basic first jump through, up, and then speed it up and jump out of it. One more time. Throwing it up, wrist flicks. It's going to come down. I'm going to catch the top. I'm going to go right, left, over it. Or if I was throwing it the other way, catching it, stepping out, I'm going to go left, right, out of it. All right, and then you have your basic jump through with a rhythmic throw or a saucer toss. Here, out. So remember, this, as it comes down, the side we're pulling to, that leg has to come up first, and then the other leg comes out. So it goes inside leg, outside leg. So I would even just practice this a while, just stepping out, taking the hoop back up, stepping out. That way when you jump, knees up. Think right knee, left knee. Last time, throwing it up, left knee, left knee. All right. Now for our next jump through, it's going to be a jump through kickout. It's very advanced. It's one of those moves where the hoop is going to hit you, or it's going to be a little wonky at first. So I would recommend working on this outside and also knowing the back kick out and having control with that back kick out. Now the difference with this is when we learned our back kick out, we did a little open position. For this one, you're going to want to go closed, right? You're either going to want to start here, modified, or you're going to want to take it to a crossed attitude or up higher. So the higher you get here, or the higher you get directly behind you. But you don't want it to be open much because that's going to fold the hoop into you and the hoop is going to smack you. So the goal is what we want is we want to go over this shoulder, or we want to stay behind this, or we want to go up and over. Up and over will be a flexibility thing. You really have to have a good foot to head almost like a full neo scale situation, or really high air best in the back to flick it up and over. So for now, we're going to work on this modification of having it down here and just reaching and grabbing the hoop and having it flick a little bit, and then we can work on height and tossing it up and over as well. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to throw this hoop up in our rhythmic throw, and as it comes down, remember it's tilted like this, we're going to jump off of both feet onto one foot this time. So it's a seesaw. You're going to jump and go. Now with this, we want this front leg to stay stacked so that that way it folds over the back leg. So the front leg has to be out of the way. So we want to jump up, bring this leg, knee up nice and high, foot nice and pointed, and this back leg is going to kick, right? So remember, it's either going to kick across or directly behind us. All right, so see how it folds? We want to get used to that at first. Fold it up, there, just like that. Just up and over to the side, and as you see, it starts to fold in. And now as we get used to that, you can start to throw it to where you want to throw it. All right, so remember, if it's crossed, we want it to be nice and crossed and open it to where we want to toss over here. So that means this side, the opposite side of the leg is going to reach. The hoop is going to go in a lot of different directions at first. It's up to you of learning how to control your foot. So like I said, go back and work on back kickouts, work on aiming in this cross position here, opening that attitude up, 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 and eventually until you can get your foot to head. Remember, as we're jumping through, you don't want to open up. You want to stay crossed as much as possible, or directly behind you if you're going up and over. So we have throwing it up. Remember, spotting it, throwing it up, spotting it, we're gonna look at that top part of the hoop. So make sure you go over the throws video that I posted, because that will help out a lot. We look at the top of the hoop, and as it falls, we jump off of both feet, bend that front leg, and let this one bend up and flip it. Okay? So up. I recommend that you check out the playlist that is in the description box and go through some of those progressions if you have any questions or any trouble with any of these techniques. We went over throws already, and we went over kick throughs. So what I'd really recommend is, one, knowing a back kick out, and then two, being familiar with throws and how to spot them and how to catch them, right? So check out those videos. There's a full playlist of progressions. Thank you.